Hello students, myself Ranjana Mishra, Department of Psychology, Marwari College, Ranchi. Parts of brain. The brain can be divided into three parts: hindbrain, midbrain and forebrain. Hindbrain. This part of brain consists of following structure: medulla oblongata. First, medulla oblongata. It is the lowest part of the brain that exists the continuation of spinal cord. It contains neural centers which regulate basic life supporting activities like breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. This is why medulla is known as the vital center of the brain. It has some center of autonomic activity also. Next we can see pons. It is the connected with medulla on one side and with the midbrain on the other side. A muscle, a nucleus neural center of pons receives auditory signals relayed by our ears. It is believed that pons is involved in sleep mechanism, particularly the sleep characterized by dreaming. It contains nucleate, affective respiratory movement and facial expression also. Next we can see cerebellum. This highly developed part of the hindbrain can be easily recognized by its wrinkled surface. It maintains and controls posture and equilibrium of the body. Its main function is coordination of muscular movement. Though the motor commands originate in the forebrain, the cerebellum receives and coordinates them to relate to the muscles. It also stores the memory of movement patterns so that we do not have to concentrate on how to walk, dance or ride a bicycle. Next part of brain is midbrain. The midbrain is relatively small in size and it connects the hindbrain with the forebrain. A few neural centers related to some spatial reflexes and visual and auditory sensation and found here. An important part of midbrain known as reticular activity system, that is RAS, is responsible for our arousal. It makes us alert and active by regulating sensory input. It also helps us in selecting information from the environment. Next part of the brain is forebrain. It is considered to be the most important part of the brain because it performs all cognitive, emotional and motor activities. We will discuss four major parts of the forebrain: hypothalamus, thalamus, limbic system and cerebellum. First, hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is one of the smallest structures in the brain but plays a vital role in our behavior. It regulates physiological processes involved in emotional and motivational behavior, such as eating, drinking, sleeping, temperature regulation, and sexual arousal. It also regulates and controls the internal environment of the body, that is heart rate, blood pressure, temperature, etc. and regulates the secretion of hormones from the various endocrine glands. Next, thalamus. It consists of an egg-shaped cluster of neurons situated on the ventral side of the hypothalamus. It is like a relay station that receive all incoming sensory signals from the sense organ and sends them to the appropriate part of the cortex for processing. It also receives all outgoing motor signals coming from the cortex and sends them to appropriate parts of the body. Next, the limbic system. This system is composed of a group of structures that form part of the old mammalian's brain. It helps in maintaining internal homeostasis by regulating body temperature, blood pressure, and blood sugar level. It has close link with the hypothalamus. Beside hypothalamus, the limbic system comprises the hypothalamus, hippocampus, and amygdala. The hippocampus plays an important role in long-term memory. The amygdala plays an important role in emotional behavior. The cerebrum, also known as a cerebral cortex. This part regulates all higher level of the cognitive functions such as attention, perception, learning, memory, language behavior, reasoning, and problem solving. The cerebrum makes 2/3 of the total mass of the human brain. Its thickness varies from 1.5 mm to 4 mm, which covers the entire surface of the brain and contains neurons, neural nets, and bundles of axons. All this makes it possible for us to perform organized action and create image, symbol, association, and memories. The cerebrum is divided into two symmetrical halves called cerebral hemisphere. Although two hemispheres appears identical, functionally one hemisphere usually dominates the other. For example, the left hemisphere usually controls language behavior. The right hemisphere is usually specialized to deal with images, spatial relationship, and patterns recognition. These two hemispheres are connected by a white bundle of myelinated fibers called corpus callosum that carry message back and forth between the hemisphere. Cerebral cortex, that is cerebral cortex, we know it. Okay. अब हम लोग देखेंगे कि परमस्तिष्क के कॉर्टेक्स यानी सेरिब्रल कॉर्टेक्स 4 भागों में बटा होता है। यह 4 भाग कैसे बढ़ते हैं? ये 4 भाग फिशर ऑफ रोलैंडो और फिशर ऑफ सेल्वियस के द्वारा इसे 4 भागों में बांटा जाता है। ये 4 भाग पाली या खंड के रूप में जाने जाते हैं। पहला होता है अग्रपाली, देखिए पिक्चर में लिखा हुआ है फ्रंटल लोब। दूसरा होता है मध्यपाली, जिसे पेरिटल लोब कहते हैं। और तीसरा होता है पृष्ठपाली, जिसे ऑक्सीपिटल लोब और जिसे ऑक्सीपिटल लोब कहते हैं। और चौथा होता है संघपाली खंड, जिसे टेम्पोरल लोब कहते हैं। तो हम पिक्चर में देख रहे हैं कि 4 भागों में बांटा गया है। फ्रंटल लोब जो कि रेड कलर में दिखाया जा रहा है, पेरिटल लोब जो कि ब्लू कलर में दिखाया जा रहा है, और ऑक्सीपिटल लोब जो कि ग्रीन कलर में दिखाया जा रहा है, और येलो कलर में टेम्पोरल लोब दिखाया जा रहा है। अब हम पहला देखेंगे फ्रंटल लोब यानी अग्रपाली। यह लेटरल दरार से केंद्रीय दरार तक फैला हुआ होता है। अन्य पाली यानी लोब की अपेक्षा यह सबसे बड़ा लोब होता है। इस पाली द्वारा व्यक्ति की लगभग सभी ऐच्छिक एवं शारीरिक क्रियाएं संचालित होती हैं, जैसे थिंकिंग, स्पीकिंग, मेमोरी, मूवमेंट किसके द्वारा हो रहा है? फ्रंटल लोब के द्वारा हो रहा है। इस पाली के द्वारा विभिन्न उच्च क्रियाएं, स्मृति, तर्क, चिंतन, विचारना आदि क्रियाओं का नियंत्रण और संचालन होता है। दूसरा हम देखेंगे मध्य पाली खंड, जिसे पैरिटल लोब कहते हैं। यह केंद्रीय दरार से पीछे की भाग तक फैला रहता है। यह संवेदी क्षेत्र है। इस पाली द्वारा स्पर्श, गर्मी, तापमान की संवेदना होती है, यानी इसके द्वारा लैंग्वेज और टच ये दो कंट्रोल होते हैं। तीसरा होता है पृष्ठ पाली, ऑक्सीपिटल लोब। यह पाली मस्तिष्क के बिल्कुल पीछे वाला भाग होता है। यह पाली मस्तिष्क का प्रमुख प्रमस्तीय केंद्र है, जिसमें हमें दृष्टि संवेदना यानी विजुअल सेंसेशन होती है। इस भाग के क्षतिग्रस्त हो जाने पर व्यक्ति अंधा हो जाता है। चौथा है शंखपाली खंड, मस्तिष्क के नीचे का भाग शंखपाली कहलाता है। इस पाली में श्रवण क्षेत्र यानी ऑडिटरी एरिया निहित होती है। यदि इस पाली को नष्ट कर दिया जाए तो व्यक्ति पूर्णतः बहरा नहीं होता, बल्कि इस क्षेत्र के पास का क्षेत्र सुनने में सहायता देता है। यह पाली संगीत के लिए, सुनने के लिए तथा स्वाद तथा सूंघने की संवेदना के लिए भी जिम्मेदार होता है। ओके, cerebral cortex has also been divided into 4 lobes: frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, and occipital lobe. The frontal lobe is mainly concerned with cognitive functions such as attention, thinking, memory, learning, and reasoning, but it also exerts inhibition effect on autonomic and emotional responses. The parietal lobe is mainly concerned with cutaneous sensation and their coordination with visual and auditory sensation. The temporal lobe is primarily concerned with the processing of auditory information. Memory for symbolic sound and word reside here. Understanding of speech and written language depends on this lobe. The occipital lobe is mainly concerned with the visual information. It is believed that interpretation of visual impulses, memory for visual stimuli, and color visual orientation is performed by this lobe. Physiologists and psychologists have tried to identify specific function associated with the specific brain structure. They have found that no activity of the brain is performed only by a single part of the cortex. Normally, other parts are involved, but it is also correct that there is some localization of the functions. That is, for a particular function, a particular part of the cortex play a more important role than the other parts. For example, if you are driving a car, you see the road and other vehicles by the function of your occipital lobe. Hear the horns by the function of your temporal lobe. Do many motor activities controlled by parietal lobe, and make decisions by the help of frontal lobe. The whole brain acts as a well-coordinated unit in which different parts contribute their functions separately. Okay, students, that's all. Thank you.